So this is a live stream, nothing scripted. And I have been trying this one actually like just a couple of minutes ago, but then just realized like the live stream was so laggy. So I'm just starting from the scratch here. So we are rebuilding our HR pipeline. And what we are doing mainly now is like adding a lot of AI integration here into our pipeline. We have automated already a lot of steps before, but we are just rebuilding everything from scratch. In the first part, I have not talking at all, just focus on the building. And I could just copy the basis, but I really wanted to start from scratch to see like, okay, how could I improve certain things and go from there. Now, the idea is quite simple. We are actually starting with a job post board that looks like this here. So here we can then fill in our job position that we are currently looking for. Again, this board is not finished at all. So we are here still a work in progress, and we will develop this one while we have this live stream. So this is how it starts. We can fill in like the job title and some requirements. The AI gives us a suggestion. We have a job description, which we can then post into whatever site, LinkedIn, Indeed, and so on. In the past, we have been doing our job posts like these. So we have labels. So for example, this one here, and we have multiple like email for multiple Indeed sites or LinkedIn. But for example, on this one here, for this year, we have around 13,000 applicants. And that requires actually a quite hefty thinking on how to optimize certain things. I mean, we are such a small team, and we do not have like dedicated people or teams to handle all of those applicants. So we have to make it as efficient as possible. Now, before, we have been automating all the responses through make.com with a pretty simple response. Just check with everything with this label and respond like, please fill out this form. Now, the problem with that was it was not really dynamic because the value was hard to get. I mean, you can get those values, but it's kind of like hard to adjust when you write and respond. Now, how are we doing it is now we take the response and we will use active pieces for this one. I mean, we can also stay with make.com, but active pieces are a bit cheaper. So in order to respond to like really a large amount of data, price also plays a role here. And we have both, like we have a lot of credit on Make, and we have a lot of credit on active pieces with multiple accounts. But again, like when it comes to price, active pieces is even cheaper. And this is how we are doing it right now, really quick. We grab the email, similar thing, we remove. So here, this is just for another account. So we take here the label, job posts, and then we remove basically all the unnecessary HTML tags. And then what we are looking for is something specific, which you can then address regarding your email, of course, here. So you can then search for a specific expression, what you all need, and feed this one to Strico. They just updated their model. So this is actually quite nice because it allows us to really change all the models so fast. I mean, yesterday Claude was really good, and we used like Heiko and Sonnet 3.5, and now like OpenAI is catching up. So therefore Strico is really, really nice. We can just change the model quick. And we have a simple prompt here that now transform those basic emails from before and give them a more personalized touch, with the hope, of course, that our response rate is then higher, because ultimately we want as many applicants as possible and then filter them along the way. Anyway, So when we go here, we post a job, and then we are doing a lot of automations in between, which we will discuss in a bit. But they have then to decide, are they a full-time applicant or a freelancer, or is it like a special job? Now, this is something we will not discuss, but definitely those two other things here. Okay, we start actually with a full-time employee here, and we will then build the route on how and what automations we are doing. Now, the very first thing is when they fill out the form, because again, like we start actually like before this trigger here, by sending them just an automated response, again, using active pieces here. So they all get a response automatically, like, hey, please look for the specific job you are applying for. So go here into the HR board and look for the job that you're applying for. Again, this is just like work in progress. That's why we have only 2 job posts here. But there will be more job posts in a bit. So then they choose the job they are interested in, and they can only see this information here, really nothing more. So video editor, a short job description, and then a link to a form. They click on it, they will be, let's just go here and look how it's looking like. So a simple form, name, last name, phone number, and so on, that they have to fill out, regardless if they are freelancer or not, because the next question will come. And then there are some conditional logic, like when they apply for a full-time, new fields open. When they apply for a freelancer, other fields will open regarding, again, what they're applying for. And that's something we can then build out later on. Once they apply, a trigger will be then generated. So they apply, and then we start actually like, this is like how this is like the status, and I'll continue from here so that we go through the process starting from here. I'm just explaining like in a nutshell the process until here. So anyway, then an email will be sent, and here we have to kind of like we are going to 2 routes. And what we want from them is like a Loom video. If they submit a Loom video, then they will get another email, and they should then fulfill a test. So the Loom video has a lot of purposes. In our case, that has helped us a lot in saving time. So besides like checking the CV, the Loom video already gives us a huge understanding of who the person is, and in some cases it doesn't really make any difference. So if they are applying for a video editor, who cares if they can communicate good? I mean, as long as the work is good, that's all we are looking for. And as long as they can understand instruction, we are all good. But then there are other roles that requires a little bit more communication. And for that, the Loom video helps a lot, because we do not have to schedule, we do not have to introduce ourselves, they just submit something, and so on and so on. I think I do not have to explain. So then if they are not submitting, we have built already the first automations here. So we are waiting for 4 days. And here is kind of like the formula for that. We are waiting 4 days. If nothing is still there in our database, then we write follow up, and so on and so on. So we wait, and in our first automations, again, like this is how we started only. So here we have the first email. If they submit something, great, fill in the Loom video. If they have no Loom video, we have here our first follow-up. And as we will build those automation, of course, we have then to check also like possible errors. I already like noticed something here while I'm talking. So here in our follow-up status, I have first, but then I have also first here as the word. So let's just update this one here. 1.1 and 2. So here in our automation, our first automation should contain, our first follow-up should contain 1.2, 1.1, and our second follow-up should contain 1.2. Okay, but we have also the included the options that if they are not interested, we have another table where they can fill in, and then they can write why they are not interested, but maybe they want to stay in our job post board, and this will be also an option they can choose from. Okay, and then as I said, we are sending them an email to the first test, and we go from there, same action, follow up. If not, we go to and we need to review the test. Okay, let's continue from here actually. So we have here different statuses. Let's just check again which one we have. So we have here under status, we have new, under review, test 1, test 2, archived, needs a decision, shortlisted, and so on. Probably I'm just expanding this one here, because when we have test, we also want to review test. Review test 1, so let's just move this up here, and that's something we can also do for test 2, review test 2. So let's just continue here. Again, we are at this stage here, so let's just build a simple trigger, application profile, condition, status, application profile, test, no, first round, sorry, application profile, condition, and if our first round is not empty, so if it's not empty, let's just select here an example, then update the record. And now we could, of course, like send also notifications to the team. But at this, like we could do this in Slack, but I think for now it's fine. And let's just do also here an update record, because we sent here the first test. So let's just pick this one here and change also the status here. And let's adjust this one. Update record. So that we are always aware at what stage each applicant is. Okay, let's just take out the colors or change this one here. Okay, I was just checking if the stream actually is working or not, but it seems to be fine. Okay, so now needs to get reviewed. We will do, of course, all the views in a bit. I have already listed like possible views here. Okay, so needs to get reviewed. That's fine. And should we move on? So we have to do a decision here. But if the team is not doing anything, we actually need to write a follow-up. Okay, let's just do this one here. So what do we want here? Review test 1. And they have to rate and make a decision here. Move to test 2 or not. Let's just keep this close here. Okay. Let's just do a simple formula. And the AI is really helpful for this one. Let's just do if status is, let's just check the exact status name here. If profile status is review test 1. We can then hide those fields later on. The great thing about like those formulas or the AI, they write also a little description here. So here you can read like identifies if the profile status review test 1 and then has been updated for 14 days, like in the last 14 days. So let's just say profile status is on test review test 1. What we can also add here is if it's on test 1, here we go. So if it's waiting, it's all good, but if we have need action, so the team has 14 days time to respond actually to the status, and if they do not respond, let's just create a section here. For now, let's call it reminders. Create. And let's do maybe the same for, wait, which statuses? Review test 1, review test 2, and under review. Okay. Okay, so now we can just do a reminder for the team. Need action. And for this one, let me just connect this one with our Slack. Okay. And we can now write a simple message. Let's just keep it simple. And maybe we can include the URL here. Okay, we cannot test this one here, as of course none of those records have yet this label, but it's okay. I think this will work all fine. Okay, so then we need to review this one here. The team needs then to make a decision. For that, they will get their own view. Again, like we will work on the views in a bit and arrange also the data here a bit different. After that, let's just say they are good, have a good rating, and we move them to test 2. For that, we can expand our board because this is just for test 1. So for this one, we duplicate the view. And here we want to do the second round. But this time we customize our cards. We do not want our first test, but it should be here the second test. And of course we then also have to create another button here. So we have the first round. Do we have the second? No, not yet. Let's just duplicate this one here. Okay, so now we have the second round here. Oh, wait a moment. Now here it's all good. What happened here? Don't know why I have those duplicates here, but let's just get rid of those. And why do I have 2 here? Okay, first round, second round, okay. So here, we can then rate all the tests. And we can, of course, arrange this one later in a nice interface. But this will be just for the back end. Okay, this is all good. And now let's do the email. So if they are rejected, of course, so if it's reviewed and it's not good, then let's just reject the person here. But if it's a freelancer, we actually want them to send them into another database first. So we have to split this one here. Either we reject them, or we send them to another platform. I don't know what's the issue with Miro here, but today it's like not aligning. Okay, anyway, so let's copy the board again here. No, we want the second round actually. So we need the form for the second round here. So create a form. We have the first, and then we have the second round. So what we also want to know is like how long did they took to do the test? Because I mean, if everyone has I mean, of course they have to be honest, but that helps already to identify like how quick are they actually also. Okay, so now they have also the second round. The reason again why we do this one here is that the links are actually sometimes changing. I mean, for the most applicants, they stay here, but we have like applicants, especially like on the special board, or if they are a freelancer, it's slightly different here. Okay, so now let's just do the email and do the same thing here. Let's just give this one a title. Test 1. What happened here? What is that? Okay, anyway. And here we are in a test 2. Needs to get Okay. Let's just test this one. Let's just put my status here. Under test 2. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Second test, we truly appreciate. Okay, could be a bit better formatted, but it's fine enough. Of course, like our company needs to be adjusted. I leave it this way. It's fine for now. And what we need now is a formula. I mean, we could extend this formula, what we have here, but I think it's just easier if we do another one so that we are moving also from that stage. And this time, because yeah, let's just do another one. This time we are doing also the time difference here a little bit quicker because we want the results quick now. They are on the final rounds. So if profile status is not updated the last 3 days, okay, so it states second round is done because we have something inside. Let's just take this out, and it's under waiting, so seems to work. And let's go here to automation, second round, duplicate, and duplicate. But let's just change here this one to 3.2 and this one to 3.3. So we have here 3.2. So we have under our status for the second test, if is 3.2, then write the follow-up message here. Reminder, complete second test. Let's just change it for now to just check the email if the configuration is okay. Second link, if you are withdraw your application, please let us know by filling out the quick blah blah blah. Okay, looks fine enough. Let's just change this one here. And yeah, at this stage, we should definitely change it and make it more personal. Actually, already after test 1. But I'll leave it now, and I'll change it later on and make everything more personal. Okay, and just last thing here. Okay, let's change this back, 3.2. And this one, the last follow-up, almost there. Sometimes people give up on the very last position. Okay. I mean, I get it. Applying is always a hustle for everyone. I mean, it's also no fun for us. But for people who are applying, it's less fun doing all those applications over and over again. I mean, I have talked to so many people now, and everyone is just tired of applying. But at the same time, there is actually one advice: instead of applying everywhere and do not give effort nowhere and just doing like every application as if it would mean nothing, I would rather focus on like 2-3 applications and give my everything to those companies I'm really interested in. Final reminder, second test submission. This is the final reminder, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's just keep it shorter. And let's just check this one here. Hey, this is a final reminder to complete and submit the second test. Your input is valuable. Let's just take this one out, because if they have submitted, then of course they should not get any reminder. If you already have submitted, then thank you. That's definitely not the case. We will be reviewing. Let's keep it really short here. Okay, this is looking good. Okay. So here we have the test, then we have to do the same thing here. Of course, this needs to get reviewed. Yep. Let's do the same thing here. So what do we have so far? The follow-up status after test 1. Okay, so now it's our turn. I could actually just change all the review here, but I mean, I just have to change the names, but I'm too lazy for that. Let the AI work. So I can drink something. Here we go. Okay, and now let's do okay, so we have the follow-up, and then so here we have to do, like, all of those steps are automations, but this one here is manual work on our end. So let's just color code this one. Let's just mark this one here. And what we have to do next is to decide what's gonna happen with the applicant here. Oh man, what's happening here with Miro? Test 1 should be actually quite simple. And most of them should be able to pass this one. This is where we really want the best then. I mean, of course, we want them directly, but again, we have to keep it simple, and we have also to give the best people the chance to believe that they can also do it and not give up too early. Because if we ask for something big in the beginning, if we would do the test 2 here, they are most likely not to do the test, and that's why we are doing this really simple test. Now they already spent the time, they did already the Loom. I mean, now they should be also like really motivated to do the final step actually here. So test 2, for the freelancers, there will be no more. Let's just move this one here. Okay, so we have the test 2. And what we need next is an interview. Hey, finally. First human interaction. Send in. And they then have to interview. That's also manual, and rate. Okay. So send an interview invite. Okay, so let's just say they move to review test 2. Someone is happy, and either they are not sure and they move it to under review, and they need a little bit more time because test 2 maybe takes time. And they checked it already, give it a rating, but they are not yet sure. They want to see, so that's why we leave it there. And let's just move needs a decision. Actually, after shortlisted, like once they have the interview, then we need to do a decision, like the final decision. Okay, so that means if they are shortlisted, then we send them an interview link. Okay, let's just get rid of this field here. It's kind of annoying. I think that was a mistake. Where is it? Okay. Okay, let's just do a reminder. Okay, I'll just update this one later on, but here you can then paste basically your own whatever Zoom link, Calendly link, and so on. We are using sessions, so that should be simple. And again, like at this stage, we should definitely like be more personal. And what we can also do is to add like field, a comments field from our end, so that we have a personal touch here. But for now, let's just leave it this way here. Okay, so now we are at stage shortlisted. We get the email. We are then in the interview meeting. We paste the transcript. We have a summary. Let's just take those out here. Oh, what's going on here? Delete. Okay, we have the date, duration, transcript, and then we have to select, of course, the applicant. Let's just keep it this way. Okay, let's just check this one out here. Okay, let's just assume we would have the interview. Let's just go to our notes and check. At this stage here, we have the interview. Then we need the interviewer name, but that's something coming from another base. Feedback. And let's do another rating. I mean, that's just easier. So here we have feedback, we have the transcript. It needs a decision. So what are we doing now? So now we have the interview. Where is the interview here? There. And let's just do another formula. If we have the interview, we change actually a decision here. So let's just do on our stage 4. Something similar actually like here, but this time we are not waiting for the test, but we wait for the interview is not empty. Then update the status. We move away from shortlisted, but this time we need a decision. Yes or no, trial or not. So here, Okay. Let's just include here also the video. So sessions link, just in case we want to review it again. So we have the transcript, we have the summary, we have the rating, feedback. You know, we have to do the decision, and we have a couple of days for that. We can of course change the values there, but that should be fine. And then actually, should they be fine enough, we can start with the next round here. So what do we have here? Make final call. So yeah, unfortunately, we have also to reject people here. As I said, it's also no fun for us, but it is what it is. So here, then we make the final call. If they are ready, then we send them actually like a test week. And after that, we can start with the onboarding. Okay, but I think this is fine for now. And let's just do a little break here, and I'll continue maybe on another day. But I think this is looking good so far. Like we have built actually like a quite bit of like a lot of automations here. And as we can see, we have 3 steps, and we can integrate then like literally more and more AI. So Airtable also has this like really great feature, but this is then something really easy to adjust. Like they have this absolutely great feature now in their AI assistant. They can read PDF documents. So they can generate text and read PDF documents based on, yeah, for example, CVs. So we can extract data from that. So yeah, this is quite nice. But yeah, we will discuss this in the next video. So thank you, and see you on the next live stream.